Hello, 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 everyone. My name is Eirdís Ragnarsdóttir. I'm an Icelandic Chinese artist, and we are currently in my art studio here in Beijing. This is the painting that I'm working on behind me. We will be getting closer and pretty much getting into the zone and continuing to paint. So you'll see the details in a moment. I specialize in painting from flow state to unblock all of the resistance and really connecting to something that is larger than ourselves. And it's something that I'm also interested in doing for you. So if you're interested in that, you can reach out to me in my information on my channel. Hey Random, what's up? Oh my gosh, we're back. So I'm working on this piece. I'm a little bit more rejuvenated today. It's a process though, I'll tell you that. We're not fully there yet. I feel still a bit, low on energy. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see you guys here. I have my hair up right now, so you get the full forehead experience, the famous forehead. I actually, in one of the scenes in the film that I'm acting in right now, as you guys know, I actually have my hair tied back, and it's the first time in a very long time that I've tied my hair back because I've been so self-conscious, I think. But I think because I did it for the scene, now I'm thinking, whatever, I'm sort of back at it. And it's nice to somehow, you know, just be completely free of hair in my face. But my hair is also just extremely long now. James is here too. Wow. Damn, guys. What a treat. Well, now I'm super motivated to be live in right now. Mm. So it's actually just brainstorming today. I'm offering private flow state activation sessions for anyone interested. I'm going to be putting that together, but I think that would be really cool. I realize that's something I specialize in, and I can really feel that out in people, really sort of figure out what is holding them back and blocking them from their inner child and also the creativity that we all have inside of us because it's literally life force. And I'm like, this is actually a really cool thing that I've always had a gift for. And I'd love to do this as private sessions. I've done it in my studio, but I would love to offer that as online sessions. So if anyone's interested, you can reach out to me. I'm probably gonna set it up as a website or on my Patreon as one of the options at one point. Honestly, it's crazy. I left Japan without my backpack. So I left my laptops in Japan, y'all. So I'm over here without a laptop, without a computer, like just free flowing, making art. So I'm still having ideas in my head that I need my computer for. Um, Thank you, thank you. Thank you for loving my forehead. The makeup artist was so sweet. She was doing my makeup for the scene where I put we put our my hair back, and she was like, I love your freaking forehead. Why, like it's so round. It's like, and I was like, oh, you're so sweet. Because she got a surgery. She got a plastic surgery for this part of her face. And she was like, I would have loved to show a reference of your forehead because I wanted it to be as round as yours. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that is actually the biggest compliment. Thank you. Yeah, heck yeah. So my idea, and please, we're having a chat right now. I'd love to know what you guys feel about this, but I want to offer some services for people to help unblock their flow state and basically forward what I've learned, forward what I know very well. Like literally, what do I know best? how to connect with source through art. I was thinking, I was like, yeah, I'm not perfect at a lot of things in life. I'm not the best cook, but I'm pretty good at connecting with the inner child, connecting with creativity, and helping people remember their potential and remember, what they're here to do, and using art as that guide. I'm like, I'm pretty good at that. I'm brainstorming right now. One of the things I'd love to do once I become partner is to offer them as memberships, right? Which we've talked about. I'm like, that's kind of a cool thing. So just like a tight-knit membership group. But I'm down to do individual exclusive sessions as well. So I think that's something I'd love to do. But those are going to be on the pricier side for sure. But I think for anyone that wants like one-on-ones with me, where we can really kind of go into what you've experienced and how we can use art to unleash that, unblock the crap, release, throw it all in the trash. Because that's my jam. Let's freaking talk about trauma, release the trauma, make art with the trauma, and find our spark again. I feel like that can honestly benefit you in every possible way in your life. And that's something I can, I feel like that's like my thing. So anyway, I'm brainstorming. Let me know what you guys feel about this idea. It's something on my mind because I'm basically just like, okay, how can it be of service and all this stuff? But also, yeah, you guys love it? Yeah, because I'm like, I basically always see people's potential, and I can always like see like, man, I can feel your blockages. Um and art is just a cool thing because essentially through art making I can guide. That's literally what I do, right? I guide myself. I've guided groups. It's like I can guide you to use art as a way for you to release that. And next thing you know, you're all bare and you're back to your child self, and then we can have an honest conversation about who you really are. Yes. Aw, thank you. So I guess like that's just it just occurred to me today. I was like, I want to do that. And anyone that was like super serious about it, one-on-one, it's an option. At the moment, I haven't prepared the website for it or anything, so you can just reach out directly to me, but you get exclusive full-on presence with me, and I can like, we can get through this. And I think like, yeah, so if this sounds really cool, then I'll definitely prepare something in this tour, and then the membership thing I think is going to be more affordable, obviously, which I just require YouTube to hurry up and make me partner. Okay, like let's go. Hi, epilogue. Yes, yes. And I mean, the reality of the situation is I know mental stuff. I understand. I understand difficulties that, we face internally because I've gone through like a good amount of stuff, and I continue to, and I have to navigate that space on the day to day. And I navigate it through art, which is the coolest possible way. It's way more fun than meditation, but it's the same thing. And so I know from experience that it helps to have a guide, and I can be that guide, right? I know from experience that it helps to have someone, first of all, hold accountability, and also someone that can see what you can't see. I know, Grandma, you're not saying anything new here. um, lol, this is funny. Yeah, yeah, I can, exactly. So it's just something that I know best, and beyond obviously making artwork, and doing shows and being able to represent these ideas in real life for people to have an experience and obviously for people to own a part of this energy, a part of this like translation. I also do have a knack for helping you access that connection with this divine force because we're all part of it. I just happen to be a visual, I happen to be visually oriented. So I'm translating this flow, this larger thing that we're all part of into a visual format, painting. But we all have that. And I feel like once you tap in, it's like it's crazy. You can know things that you have no idea why you know it. Um, hey Ray. Well, okay, the honest truth is it doesn't really matter if your paintings look like a Renaissance painting. Um, or it could look like a Jackson Pollock or whatever. Like that doesn't matter, but the beauty of art from what I care about is that it can show you who you really are. And then on top of that, it shows you this authenticity, the authenticity in you. On top of that, we can hone in on that. We can make that, how you want, like, because you have an idea of how you want it to look. We can slowly build upon that. Um, but in real life, I feel like way too often we are just not being authentic. We're not being real. We're not being true to ourselves, and we slowly get sick and we feel this in our bodies. And so art is the way that we can remember who we are again. Um, yeah. Black and white is awesome. It's an awesome way for you to remove the complexity of dealing with color and just dealing with light and shadow. And I think it can also be quite good metaphor. Can we acknowledge 16 likes in 13 minutes? I feel like that's a sign. Yeah, working out is a wonderful way to connect to something else because your brain stops thinking. Um, absolutely, Johnny. Absolutely. So many ways to go about it. First of all, when I'm streaming, you can paint, you can draw, you can hone your skills, you can just use the overall flow state of what I'm doing, just lean in and do your thing. Um, Second of all, well, when I become partner, we're gonna do membership things, and that's gonna be really fun. So it's for people who want a little bit more and they want to, tap in. Then you can do one-on-one if you really want to make a massive difference. You want to connect with like something divine to give you back that spark, remind you that, hey, I don't care how old you are, you got that child inside of you, and activate that dream, activate that, the life force within you. And I feel like it's easier definitely to do that one-on-one because I was thinking about that as well because we can get into like, okay, what are some blockages that you have? What are some experiences that you had as a child? What are some beliefs that you have that are stifling you? And blah blah blah. And then like in between, I will like magically come up with these intuitive exercises we can do with art, which is literally just how I flow. Because I'm gonna start getting these like downloads, and I'm like, oh, okay, we can do this exercise and blah blah blah. So that's just how I work. I really flow. Especially, I feel like my channel has always been through art. Um, like there's just something about it. I just feel so relaxed and I feel so guided the moment I have a piece of paper in front of me or just like anything. I just feel like I can now remove whatever is hindering me or I can connect to something. I'm in an okay mood today. Yeah, I was so tired the last 2 days. I'm still on the verge. My monthly still hasn't started, so it's happening any moment now. But I was burnt out last 2 days. Really heavily burnt out. Like I could barely move my body. I didn't realize how tiring it was to be on set. Oh my goodness. There were moments it's like actually it wasn't so bad because apparently the director and people on set they told me that usually for any scene the actor, like there's so many things that can go wrong, and often the actress or actor fucks up, and then you have to repeatedly do the same scene. But actually, I was getting it right. Um, like basically the first time. So it was like you still have to repeat the scene, but I didn't have to repeat it apparently as often as usual. So I obviously don't have a comparison because I'm not usually acting. It was really fun, and I definitely want to do it more often. So let's manifest more of that, but I had so much fun. But I freaking burned out afterwards. It was crazy. Okay. Thank you for the subscription, guys. Thank you. Wow. Oh my gosh, we're almost at 20 likes. Hi from USA. Cool, cool. MN. Is that Montana or where's MN? I don't know about cycling. I actually love walking. I'm a huge walker. Yeah, like I think I land more in the hiking category. And before that, I used to be a huge runner until my back started messing with me, and I don't think it's that good for, yeah, for my back. Some views want to see my pieces. Okay, so here's the thing. The internet in here is bad. It's just bad. So I can show you guys what I'm working on right now. Very behind the scenes. I haven't posted it anywhere yet, but you're gonna get why I'm like, I should be giving a one-on-one flow state classes because this is why. Let me show you guys. Oof. One second. Okay, you can't really tell. Let me. Um, like, is it a trip? I'm obviously, many hours in and many hours to go. But are we tripping or what? Yeah, I know. I knew you would love it, Ecarbellas. Dude, I knew it. Well, you can reach out to me directly via email. I think it's pinned. Actually, no, don't use that email. Right, we should probably add that random the email to message me at for to collect my artworks. But yeah, you can how about add me on Instagram and message me on Instagram and we can chat over there. I know, guys. I'm tapping into like next level shit over here. So I'm like, hey, listen, if you guys are interested, holler. In a piece or in like assistance to tune in to yourself on a higher level. I know, guys, this is insane, right? It's insane. And this is the beginning of just like more insanity. So, okay, well, Raz, um, I know. Thanks, Norma. I know I'm like, I knew you would love it too, but you could email me directly, eirdisco at Gmail, um, to ask about, prices and artworks and so forth. Why is it kind of hot? How much? Yeah, you can email me for price inquiries, guys. eirdisco at gmail.com. But basically, my prices for originals are raising a good chunk now. But yeah, it's, you can find out more via email. Follow. Thank you, Johnny. Yeah, so basically this is what I'm working on. It's like we have you have the option of I can fix the phone so you guys can see me paint locked in. Yeah, so thank you. Thank you. For those of you just coming in now, you can just go back a few minutes and you can see it in more in detail, but I haven't posted this anywhere. And many effing hours, because underneath this painting is actually another painting. And underneath that painting is another painting. So, 3, 4 paintings in one. Thank you, Zoe. Yeah, so this is what I'm working on. Well, what I've been working on. And I'm thinking if I just leave the phone, I'm figuring out what's the best way because I don't have my webcam here. I don't have anything. I don't have my computer. All I have is myself because I left my backpack, which is crazy. But that's cool. Cool. Yeah, I'm obsessed. I'm just saying. I'm obsessed. It's going places. And I know I have probably still like, I don't know, a few hundred hours left. Like I have no idea that this is gonna take a long time for me to really get to the point of perfection in my head. So yeah. There's been a lot of hours already invested in it. And I'm not even including my years and years and years and years and years and years and years of experience, just including the time, it's a lot. Yeah, there's quite a few materials that I'm using actually in this. Mm-hmm. I know. So this is what I'll be working on, guys. Ooh, 27 likes, my birthday number. I've been seeing my birthday number everywhere. Again, I think it's a sign. Cool. So in the chat, because I was mentioning, I was like, okay, maybe one-on-ones, memberships. Like, let me know your thoughts, especially those of you who have been with me for a while. Just if you have any ideas for me, you can also, or something you're like, oh, actually, that would be really useful. Could you like write it below, like what is helpful? Collecting information over here, because when it comes to providing my time and my services, I really want to be something that's like actually helpful, right? Heck yeah, Norma. Yes. Lean in and like don't fall into negative thinking or like, oh, this is, this is a coincidence. Like just like let yourself be guided. Let let yourself allow yourself to just feel good. One of the things that I've been really exercising the last few days, especially during a burnout, where I genuinely just feel awful because of my neurochemicals, right? For those of you who are new here, I have neurochemical, well, sensitivities. So they don't really like to stay in the same place, especially if I push myself too hard. I just got an email. Thank you. Okay, I'll be responding to you after the live today, later today. How many pieces do I have? Um, I have a few. It really depends because some of my works are preparing for upcoming exhibitions. So they're basically not available at the moment, and then quite a lot of them have been sold already. So it's pretty much just figuring out also which collection resonates with you because I got several collections. They're all from the same universe, let's say, but slightly different variations of it. Absolutely. I think I'm pretty much painting the cosmos. That's what I do. I'm translating the cosmos. So yeah, anyway, I found myself obviously with my neurochemicals dipping the last few days, and I'm still coming out of that. Hormones are about to happen, and so I know that I'm very sensitive right now. That it's extremely easy to latch onto negative thoughts because the negative thoughts are going to come into your mind because your neurochemicals are low. So what I've been trying to do when the momentum for the negativity is so strong because I'm in a low state is to be present and when the thoughts come to just not really entertain them. And by focusing more on the sensations in my body, and I'm not even talking about meditating. I'm just talking about walking, just like painting. Whenever you get bombarded with these thoughts that are not so welcome, just taking a moment and focusing on this present moment on your body. You might not feel happy immediately because your neurochemicals are not there, but at least you're not spiraling into that negativity. So I hope that's useful for you, Norma. Just when you're getting signs and things are really good, just let it be. Um, a sock market to make my artworks into socks. Well, guys, there's so much that can be done. Let's keep growing here on my YouTube, okay? I mean, I feel like so many fun products could be made. My originals for me are sacred, so getting a one-on-one, that's like a special thing. You literally have one-on-one something that I created from tapping into the ethers. Like that's super special to me. Um, and so, yeah, those are obviously going to be priced accordingly. And then we're also going to be having other products and, so like things like that. There's just so much that I'm like excited. I'm just like, the Capricorn in me is like, oh, how am I going to plan this? How are we going to make this like fun? But little by little, we're building we're making it happen. And I just want all of you guys to get a piece of what I'm creating here because you're a part of it. And, you being here, spending time with me, that means a lot to me. I'm not always, you know, able to have such in-depth, long conversations like this, especially because I've been trying to stream as often as I can, including on days where I'm very, very low. But here and there, I'm back, I guess. I honestly feel like there's so many Capricorns on my channel. It's like I think I attract Capricorns here, which is so funny because that has not been my experience throughout life. But for some reason, y'all are just gravitating towards my channel. Thank you. Oh my gosh, are you also a Cap? Do we have any December Caps in here? I should just turn my YouTube channel to a Capricorn channel. I know we got some Cancers in here, so we have the polarity. If you're not a Capricorn or Cancer, don't feel out. We appreciate you on here. Feel free to tell us what your sign is. Ooh, when in December? Thank you. Well, that's because of the headphones that my sound is clear. It usually has been a bit iffy because I need to upgrade all my systems. Virgo, okay. Look at this. Such a compatible crowd. Taurus, the whole Earth sign trio. I did. I'm a very powerful manifestor. What can I say? Yeah, it's interesting because in real life, I think actually it really depends on what category. Yeah, but I feel like I notice I tend to work very well with certain signs. I work like at work in terms of collaborations and things like that. I love working with Virgos. Thank you, Ken. Oh my goodness, thank you. That's what I hope. That's what I hope that I can bring for you guys in all the ways that I can, right? So whether it is my actual paintings, whether it's just my energy here, yeah, I hope that I can make some sort of positive difference in your lives. I'm half Asian, yes indeed. Half Asian. And my hair is so long now. It's crazy. I love how random's just like freaking writing that 50 times in here every day. Aw, I'm so happy. Listen, you guys living your best lives, that's like that just gives me so much joy. So it's like if you're in a rut, it's okay because all I do is like, how do we freaking undo this knot and make something cool with it? It's all I do. So when you are struggling, just come on my streams. Um, I mean, at the moment, I'm doing this every day. It's not going to be forever. Once I become partner, I think I'm going to be like definitely organizing this better because you know, I need to also conserve my life force and make sure that this is like really for the people that are wanting it, right? Or needing it, or this can really be helpful for and seeking it out. Thank you, James. Thank you. Thank you. But I want to sort of offer like different categories of it just so that anyone who really, really needs it, it's like it's available for you. So yeah, it's just like different octaves of that. Yeah. I mean the most powerful is obviously like one-on-ones are the most powerful, and then when I've done actual workshops in person, it's been bonkers. I swear to God, every single time I've done workshops, someone cries, and I've said this every time too. That's like I'm always like, yeah, everyone, there's always someone that cries. Then I have another workshop and someone cries again, and I'm always taken aback because I'm like, wow, it's so amazing that this is so powerful. I once did this workshop with this this mother and child, and we did a meditation together. And afterwards, they were sharing, you know, we always do this these like conversations, and she was sharing, they were both sharing what they saw and things like that, and the mom just started crying. And yeah, like that was really beautiful because she didn't know, you know, that those images were coming up for her daughter. And it made her like really, you know, like I guess it brought something out for her. But yeah, and then like other times, there was another time where the first time I ever did a workshop, actually, it was at my show. And it was just a dream that I've always had was to show people the force that I am working with when I paint. I'm like, you guys can tap into this too. And you know, you might not be a painter, but this is a force available for all of us. And this has saved me truly. And I've always wanted to, besides the paintings that I'm making, which obviously I'm an artist, you know, this is my thing. I'm gonna keep painting. But besides that, I didn't want to live for a large portion of my life. I didn't want to be around. And like, I've always just felt like, you know, when I came out of the most difficult times of my life, which lasted for a good chunk of my life, I've just always felt like I really want to be able to offer these tools for people so that, first of all, they feel seen, which I didn't feel, you know, they feel heard, they feel like they're not alone. All of the things that I felt, I've so often felt, I don't want other people to feel that way. And I just want to be able to sort of like offer them a little bit of guidance in the midst of this. It's like, okay, you know what? You are going to feel lonely at times, but we can cultivate tools for you so that you can transmute that. And that's, you know, like even now, there's still lots of moments where the loneliness creeps in because there's certain programming that we have and maybe tendencies that you have. But as long as you have an outlet and as long as you have your method and your connection to something larger than yourselves, then it's kind of a gift. It can be a gift. Oh, that's really cool, James. Do I come off as grounding? I don't think so. It's quite rare that people can guess that I'm a Capricorn, I'll be honest. Um, Heck yeah, Ken, thank you. Oh my goodness, yes, promote me, guys. Promote me. Well, share my channel to anyone that you think might benefit and is, someone who is sensitive or someone who has been contemplating existence in any way. They might like art. Yeah, dude. I mean, that's why you guys are here. Like that's why you're here, Norma. Seriously. That's why I think my channel popped up into your feed, which is so weird how that works, but I really do think that I like, yeah, I don't believe in coincidences. I just don't. I think the world works in really weird ways. I mean, not weird. It just doesn't work in the way that we've been taught. Right. So, right, I didn't finish the story. I have ADD, guys. Which is something I've also recently become more open about because I think some of the challenges that I've faced, that, the shame that I've experienced, that I've had to confront and heal, actually have a lot to do with just, again, ADD, it's like you can't regulate dopamine or you have dopamine deficiencies. So you sort of just drift off and you constantly seek stimulation. But anyway, in my first ever workshop, I shared my story and I shared for the first time in a public way, right? And keep in mind that it's like at my exhibition, so you can see my work. And so I'm, promoting my art and I'm saying like, this is where it comes from. My art comes from initially, I think it's always in a way a search, but it's not, especially in the beginning, it was a bit more of a search. Now I feel like it's like coming home a lot of the times. But I just feel like I'm a vessel and it helps me calm and like calm down and find a sense of peace that I'm basically just translating what's in the ethers and I'm functioning as a bridge for something that we don't really understand. So that's what I do as a painter. And anyway, so I shared my story and I said that, um, I mean, you guys know my story, but basically, like, it's very classic. Your parents tell you what kind of life you should be living and who you should become. And none of those things were really who I was. And so there came a point also with life experiences and all the traumas that I've experienced growing up. At one point, I really just felt like it was either I just leave now because there's nothing here for me. Nothing in this life experience was actually designed by me. And I hated my life. I hated myself. I had never really been shown unconditional love. And there was a moment that just peeped through and it made me realize I can actually be somebody else. I can be anything. I am everything. That was the first time I experienced it. And beyond that, art has always been the portal, that basically the window for me to actually see that. So like I know that that's a reality, that I am part of everything when I paint. I've always felt that way. I always feel so relaxed. And no matter what is going on in my life, I could be getting scolded, like anything. It's like when I paint, I feel like, yeah, I'm like part of something bigger, you know? And so I was sharing like just how art basically saved me and gave me the ability to see myself as my own creation, as an artwork that I could paint myself, and I didn't have to be the painting that someone else painted that I didn't like. Um, and all this fun stuff, good stuff, very vulnerable. And I think I also said it in a way that wasn't so vulnerable, even though obviously a lot of these experiences could bring me to tears. But it's in the past. And this lady basically sitting in a wheelchair, she comes up to me and she's like trying to talk to me, like everyone's trying to talk to me. And she like waited until everyone was done, and then she came to me and she was like kind of like took me aside and was like, and she was like basically just saying like what you're doing here is so amazing, and like I feel like I'm called to do something similar. Like, how did you get to this point where you're ready to do this? I don't know if you're ever like you ever know that you're ready, but anyway. And I looked at her and I just suddenly felt something in her though. Like I felt like she was really hard on herself. And I don't know this lady, but I just told her, I was like, I can tell you're really hard on yourself, and you don't need, you know, like, and you need to let that go. You don't need to be so hard on yourself. Like you're perfect as you are. You are ready whenever you are. And like, and I also saw it in her that she was destined to do healing work, but she had to release herself from this kind of pressure that she was under, that she was giving herself. And it's probably because that she was under pressure growing up. And she just started bawling. And I'm like, first of all, how did I know that she was really hard on herself? I don't know. I just kind of felt it. And so that's kind of just the beginning of it. And then every single time I do these freaking workshops, I always just, I kind of just sense things, you know, it's like, and it's not me, it's just that we're so in tune in that moment that you just get these like downloads. And you kind of create this like bubble, and it's just super beautiful. And all of these masks that we wear just fall off, and it's something so pure that you're experiencing in these moments. I just went on a massive tangent, guys. Let me see what y'all are writing. Okay. So I think there's some good stuff here. Okay. Yeah. I could be mixed with Dutch, but no. I'd be taller though. Um, yeah, I mean, I do both. I do art exhibitions that are for the public and for private. Thank you, Vani. Obadia. Damn, we got some new people in here. Heck yeah. I'm in China at the moment. Thank you. Oh, someone said I have a cute nose. Thank you, Aggie. That's that's rare. I feel like I have a pretty generic nose. A generic leaning Asian nose. Um, I sound a little different now. It's probably because of the headphones. Thank you, Norma. Agrabelles. Thank you. Um, Thank you, Israel. Not sure if I like being called duck though. That's LOL. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, so after the 7th, my show is available upon appointment only. Yes, Vanny. Yeah, Daniel, I was showing my painting earlier, but I will show you guys again. We are at 41 likes. Look at that. That's cray. That's amazing. That's amazing, Aaron. Yeah, I still struggle with some nervous, you know, it's like I have to put my mind to not using my mind, to calming my mind, to not thinking. I have to actively do it. But yeah, like I can feel that my body is just a very it has a very sensitive nervous system. So like anything like that, the wind blows and I'm like, ooh, I felt that. So there's but that's, you know, that's also why I'm able to give guidance on these things, because I'm hypersensitive myself. So I have developed all these methods, and yeah, and it's, you know, it's a blessing, it's a curse and a blessing, and saying it in reverse. Yeah. What kind of music? I'll be honest, I listen to podcasts way more than I listen to music. I don't listen to music very much anymore. I used to listen to a lot of sad music, but now I realize that what you listen to affects your vibe. So I listen to a lot of Queen, Prince. I listen to a lot of the great stuff because I feel like their creativity is so high vibration, and that's what I like to consume. Oh, James, I'm gonna keep doing lives, but I think like over time it'll be less because I do notice that it is, it's definitely taking energy. And there are days where I just have an abundant amount. So it's like you guys can notice the change and shifts. So over time, I'm just gonna be tailoring and figuring out what's the best format for me to, you know, utilize my energy and like how to organize this. Yeah, totally, Kevin. Do I do music stuff? I used to make music, yeah, and I do collaborations, yeah. Thank you, Silver. Oh, really, Orlando? That's adorable. That's actually the nervousness is a sign that your body's giving you adrenaline. Huh, that's very interesting. I I have a lot of nervous energy. Um, yeah, even like as I'm sitting here right now, I can like feel it throughout my entire body. I am also about to start my monthly, so do I love Buddhism? I love Buddhism. I listen to so many podcasts. I'm constantly taking in information. I take in a lot of informations from psychologists. Recently, I've been like I listen to a lot on attachment theory, Buddhism, yeah, a lot of that. A lot of self-improvement stuff. I follow the transits here and there, so like I do know a lot about astrology, but I've been straying a bit away from astrology. Ironically, now that I have a course, I actually have classes in astrology that I've just been pausing, but I realize that I'm leaning a little bit more in allowing myself to be present and not feel like I want to put everything in boxes, which is what astrology does. It's, this obsession with analyzing everything, which is obviously how I am ingrained. I notice patterns and I analyze a lot. But I think when you're present, you get so many more downloads. And that's what happens when I'm painting. I'm just trying to stay in that state more when I'm not painting as well. Yeah, I've painted myself. It's not something I do very often. I might, do that here and there when I'm practicing live for you guys, but also just as practice for myself. Yeah, I think that's good practice. Thank you, Epilogue. You can also add me on Instagram. You can see my work instantly right now if you go to my Instagram. Um, no, the way out is in. That sounds good though. That's beautiful. That is what we do here. I should start my channel that way. The way out is in, and that's what we do in my paintings. I love Amsterdam. I'm obsessed with Amsterdam. Am I giving Virgo vibes? Obadia? I like that. Thank you. I take that as a compliment. Um, yeah, there's a lot going on. I need to keep working at it. I just took 50 minutes off to hang out with you guys, to hang out with my fam. Run into the fire. Yes, that's a good one too. Run into the fire in a peaceful state. That's not the best, most creative phrasing, but I think that's cool. I have an emoji on my phone, and it's like this dog drinking coffee on a table in the middle of a fire, like everything is burning around him, and he's like, yeah. Yeah, fire is a subject. Fire is actually going to be in my film coming up. We are, in fact, going to burn everything down. Very aligned with everything, everything, everything. My hair is so long. It is a vibe. I'm super stoked. Burn, baby, burn, baby. Fire doesn't discriminate. True, true that. It is fire on fire. Fire on fire. It's the fiery-est year. Yeah, so should I flip y'all over and start painting then? Is that what we should do? I think I'm ice. I think if I were to describe my element, it's some sort of deep, 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 deep water. And so I need a ton of fire to evaporate this water because pretty easy to sink in this water. Okay. Hi, Rob. I hate the cold, but I feel like I am cold. I feel like I am ice. Yeah. Guess. Guess. No one tell epilogue. No one reveal it. All right, let's paint then, shall we? That's my view, by the way. Cool. All right, let's go. Let's go. Okay. So I'm just gonna leave you guys here and continue my painting. So I can't actually see what you guys are writing very much now. Just FYI. Trying to have it pass by these. Damn, if you were here with me the last 2 days, how burnt out was I? Seriously. That was next level. Next level! I don't know how people do that all the time, being on set. I mean, I would love to keep doing it, but definitely not back to back forever. And there are people that do that every freaking day. And I'm like, how the heck are you, like, are you superhuman? Do you not, like, are you composed of different things than I am? Like, how? They certainly have no neurochemical imbalances. They hit the jackpot. I'm just squeezing the best of the best equipment I got over here. Okay, that was a really weak. This is an okay view. Maybe we go a little bit closer. I love David Cho. He is a role model. Yes, I take that as, well, I just think he's so authentically himself. And it's badass. So yeah, my soul, I want to say my soul resonates with him. I was gonna say my soul has a crush on him, but I'm like, has a crush on his soul, but I don't know if that's the case. I think it's more like I just feel very, I feel like we have lots of similarities. Alrighty, I guess we continue then. So yeah, I'm not always going to be chatting now because I'm just going to be in a state. In a state. These are oil paints that I'm using in case anyone is curious. And actually, the difficulty and the intensity of this artwork is that the whole thing is pretty much oil paint, which means I've had to wait for it to dry every single time, which takes days. So just consider all of the days involved. Essentially. Gorgeous. So even though it looks like black, you'd be surprised that there's lots of different shades mixed into the black to create different degrees of depths. And yeah, I was just thinking about how I think my job in this lifetime, and all of our jobs for that matter, but as an artist, is continuously just to lean harder and harder into my own truth and what comes naturally out of me. Because there are times where you want to stray and you're like, oh, well, it seems like everyone, this is on trend or people like this kind of thing. But I think more and more, I'm just realizing how important it is for me to continue creating what is true and what I'm here to do. And then the people who resonate with it, they will find me. But I need to be brave to just keep following my voice, even if it's weird, you know, even if it's not painting pretty girls. Which who doesn't like pretty girls? Everyone. That sells. But yeah, it's like I just don't have any interest in that. I have interest in capturing something otherworldly and that has an energetic frequency. Isn't she better? Da, 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 da. Because I don't plan anything and I just allow the flow to show me what, to guide me. I usually layer and figure out what's happening as I go. And things start to pop up at me and sort of tell me what it wants to become. Yes, I use my easel to blend my colors. Yeah, it's somewhat of a large canvas, I would say. Do, 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 do. I'm a bit sad because the convenience store that is downstairs, unfortunately, is closed because it's Chinese New Year, so they're probably not going to be around for ages, which is devastating because where am I going to go for my ADD walks? Yeah, and so yeah, I'm quite obsessed with it. It helps for me to sometimes stand to get a closer look at what I'm doing. Cool. Very, very cool. This looks a bit like teardrops. Solid. Epilogue says hi. Enzon says hi. What tells me when a painting is... Ooh, we're at 55 likes. Oh my god. That's exciting. Well, honestly, my plan for this one is to go so hard at it until it is so mind-blowingly sick that if you see this in a gallery, you're gonna be like, what the bloody heck is going on? That's my plan. So I'm gonna spend as long as it takes for me to get there because I'm trying to make magnificent pieces, basically. I'm trying to freaking rock so hard that the wall falls off. Well, that's my plan anyway, so wish me luck. Not luck, but give me some good jujus. Because we're going straight in for the kill. I just want it to be so good that it shakes people's worlds, you know? That like you, after someone sees it, they're left changed forever. And like I've freaking seen paintings like that I still think about. And I'm like, wow. Like in person, I'm shook. Like I'm never the same. That was freaking next level. That's my goal. Yeah, to make something that's beyond, like it's not just a 2D surface. It's like, yeah, that's the goal. That's probably going to take me a good deal of time because not only it's like figuring out and continuing to paint what I see, but it's also to go into it multiple layers to really make it come to life. Thank you, epilogue. Thanks, John. That's funny. It's the type of painting you always notice. That's exactly what my goal is, that people can just stare at it for ages. That is the goal, yeah. Making your ADD spike a bit. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's taken me many years of painting to like which with the goal the whole time to really paint what goes on inside and capture, you know. And that's what I mean. It's like, yeah, okay, like sure, this painting did take a lot of time to physically paint, but it's also it's taken me years to develop many years to develop skills where I can remotely even capture what I've been trying to capture. I mean, don't get me wrong, my work has been weird since day one, but I wanted it to be just like brilliant. And that just takes time. And you can always improve. It's a lifelong journey. Helps to have obsessive traits. I've yet to meet an artist that does not have some obsessive qualities. Doesn't our talk? Yeah, I mean, I feel like in a way we're all collectively painting this together. Um, since you guys are here with me for sure, like it bleeds into the artwork. But I'm not looking at the comments the whole time, so I just periodically have a glimpse. I like that interpretation of the pink spirit trapped. So if anyone wants to be painting at the same time, you can definitely use the atmosphere, and then you can post it in my community as well to share with everyone. I encourage you guys to delve into your creativity or whatever downloads you guys get while you're seeing it, or write what you think this piece is about, even in the chat or in the community. You can screenshot this, and then if anything comes into your mind, and you can write it in the community as well. I think that'd be kind of fun as like a, if you guys want to start some conversations with my artwork in the community tab. Ooh. I'll check the community once you guys like after the stream for sure. It's always exciting to see you guys post in there. Also, how is the wall? Eckerbell is like it looks so good. How are you enjoying your new wall? Eckerbell has painted his wall and it actually looks sick. Whoa, that is so pink. Identity crisis, yeah. Well, my work is inspired by my own experience of sort of looking for a consistency in self and things like that being mixed and brought up between cultures. I think lots of people can relate to this feeling like you have multiple faces. And so there's lots of faces in my work, feeling like you're lost in being a chameleon and then finding your way. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I always get really excited about the last thing that I'm doing or the current thing that I'm doing. And then after a while, I sort of forget. Like I'm a goldfish, like because it's so flow statey, after a while, I kind of forget about the process of painting something because it feels like someone else painted it. So I just feel like I'm a viewer when I experience my work after the fact. In a way, during as well, I just flow state the whole thing. Like if I start, I don't know. I was gonna say if I start thinking about it too much, I might not be able to do it, but I just naturally have never overthought painting. So one thing I don't overthink. Well, I just I use it as guidance for the rest of my life as well. Yeah, the internet. How is the internet right now, actually? Yesterday was pretty awful, the internet. Boy, we got 56 likes. That's pretty awesome. Honestly, these creatures remind me of the stories I was told as a kid. Oh my gosh, it just started creeping me out a little bit. So I'm like, oh my God, it's so true. Um, I was told stories of these entities and spirit beings or elves that would live inside rocks in Iceland. And that's the guy I'm painting right now. Let me. Okay, that's good that the internet's okay today. Yeah. What time is it over there? By the way, do you guys want to see how I mix my paint? This is how insane like my mixing palette is. Like I'm literally mixing it like on the side. Okay. Well, you sleep pretty early. Yeah. I feel like I might go on for some time right now. I'm determined to get to partner ASAP. ASAP, ASAP. So I might as well just keep streaming today, especially since my energy is okay today. Gotta take care of my energy. But yeah, I'll probably just keep painting and it'll just feel like you guys are here with me. That's really good. Wow, that's amazing. And like, how's your vibe? Are you feeling motivated? Have you been getting glimpses of like where you're headed and like things like that? Feeling motivated about life and such? Oh yeah, true. Burnout. Yeah, same. Same, same, same. I guess we're on the same, we're like feeling the same way. Yeah, but I guess I just feel like I gotta keep on, keep it on. It's a crazy, crazy face indeed. This one's kind of adorable. It really does remind me of an elf creature. Like a nature spirit. Now, come to think of it, all the spirits and elves that stories that I was told in Iceland growing up, they were all there was a bit of spookiness to them. I'm getting more spooked out the more I think about it and look at what I'm painting right now. Because obviously I'm just like painting what comes to me, so it's already flow stating. So I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe I am painting that after all. So I'm like, oh my gosh, it's looking right at me, guys. It's so scary. No, you're not scary. You're very cute. But yeah, so even Santa Clauses in Iceland are depicted in a very scary way. I kind of like that because it's like, yeah, divine things, they might have a different face. They might look kind of scary, but they actually have good intentions or they're just, you know, you know, you know what I'm saying. Cute, so cute, spooky cute. Yeah, it does give innocent vibes. Well, my nervous system is usually not silent, at least lately, but I've been trying to quiet my mind more. Here and there, yeah. Here and there it is quiet, but I don't know. I have to actively quiet it down. Otherwise, there's a lot going on in my brain at all times. Mm, 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 mm. Damn, we're almost at 60 likes. Look at that. Oh my gosh, Enzo. Yes, donate. Yeah, I'm not partnered yet. So I don't have the, what is it called? Like once you become partner, there's an option apparently, I think, that you guys can donate. But at the moment, I'm not partnered yet. We're working our way there. I just need more watch hours to get there. So you guys being here with me is really helping me out to reach my goal. And in the meantime, you can use the pinned PayPal and send it over. And I massively appreciate it. You can leave like a cute note or something. Like, I seriously appreciate it. Thank you. Shankya! Uh, oh, you don't use PayPal. No. Well, the other, nah. I think PayPal is definitely the easiest option because I'm not in the States. That's so sweet, Enzo. I appreciate it. I really appreciate you guys like offering to support. It does help me out a lot. Even just energetically, like it also is very motivating for me to continue showing up here. Um, so thank you so much. Appreciate it very much. Let me see if I get. Yeah, I think PayPal is pretty easy because it's just like all you need is an email. I used to when I lived in America, I used to use what the heck are they called? Venmo? Jeez, it's been way too long. I am so out of the loop. So out of the US loop. I'm like, it's intense even just saying US is like, whoa, there's so much going on there right now. I think like you guys are under a lot. But yeah, I for that reason, I'm like gonna set up my Patreon again. So if you guys have any ideas, do let me know. Otherwise, like, yeah, it just helps me kind of know what, you know, what Patreon options I should do. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking of what are some ways for me to set up easy monetization channels. Um, and then also just like in general, the types of services I can offer. Well, me showing up here right now is obviously a service in a sense, like it's output. But at the moment, there's not really a way for me to monetize off that. So we're just slowly building towards it with the vision in mind. I really love that we're creating a community on here and just being able to sort of dictate and direct the atmosphere of this of my community of our community here is has been really fun. Yeah, it's like super awesome actually. I feel very grateful that you guys are here with me. Wait a second. Oh my God, Caramelis! Thank you! I just received a notification. You are freaking just stop. You're such an angel. Caramelis is like such an awesome patron. Like, ah. Yeah, Acrobus, I appreciate it. You're so kind. He just forwarded me a donation. Aw, it does help me out, guys. It really does. Like, I freaking, Yeah, like the last 2 days, I was just so daunt. Is it daunt? Haunt. Like completely overwhelmed and exhausted. And like it's just, I do feel like so much of what I do is like putting energy out. And it does actually, I do feel like ever since I went live, I do feel like you guys being here, I can honestly feel um energy also being brought like coming into my tank through you guys, which I really, really appreciate. So it's definitely already been an improvement for me. But you guys donating and that also really helps. Just feeling like the energy is a bit more balanced and what I do is really appreciated. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. You guys are such an integral part to what I'm building over here. That's what I realize more and more as I do it. I'm like, art is like I've talked about this before, but I really think art is a service to culture, to humanity, and it's like if I keep this to myself, then I will probably die. Even though I love doing it, it's like I just don't think that I'm creating just for myself. I think I'm creating for us, for humans, like for humanity, for people, and to remind all of us of like what it is to be human. And that's my job. And then also it's also my job to like stay healthy and like to stay nourished so that I can be of best service. So yeah, there's like actually been so many blocks that I've been working through myself personally in terms of value and like feeling like understanding that I am providing so much value just by simply existing and putting out myself and putting out what I do. And these are types of like this is something that I'm like really learning, beginning to understand that there is so much value also in energy as well. So yeah, and just like allowing myself to receive in return. So I'm not always like giving, 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 that there's like, a reciprocation because that allows me to be better at providing the kind of service that I do. So thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Alphabelas. Um, so thank you, Finoti. Finoti? Yeah, US. Yeah, you guys are melting my ice on the regular. Totally. I do feel appreciated. Yeah. Yeah, seriously, guys. Like, man, I feel grateful. Like, I'm so happy I started going live. It just like reminds me of how grateful I am, truthfully. Okay, I think we're gonna go upwards and then move this. I just started seeing things. I'm just tripping in the studio. That's like literally my life. It's just like, oh my God, I see, now I see this and now I see that. Like, how is this my life? And then I'm just like, oh, look at what I see. Let me show you what I see. Let me show you the trip that I'm on. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so basically this part over here is starting to scream at me, and I think I want it to be pink. I honestly see all kinds of things from the sky. Like I see a worm, which reminds me of the Nordic Midgardsormr. But yeah, it's been so beautiful. I was just reflecting on this. Like, I think so much of the growth that I've, you know, growth is an eternal journey, guys. So we can always continue the healing process. But I think so much of the growth that I've made in recent months has been tied to the fact that I like became brave enough to like basically share more of my vulnerabilities and just being more authentically myself, not just showing my art online, but like putting myself out there more. And I feel like I could definitely, post even more like on um Instagram and things like that. So it's a gradual process, but I feel like the fact that you guys have received me so well here has been very has been incredible. Like, so yeah, I'm excited to see, what is ahead and what kind of just how lit our community can become. Should I speak with an Icelandic accent? Should I turn it on now? That is what I should offer as a donation bonus. So if you donate, then you can decide if I speak Icelandic or not. That's a funny thing. I have in the past spoken Icelandic for an entire live stream almost, and it was quite fun actually. And I believe there were people that came on to my live stream and subscribed thinking I always speak with this accent. It slows me down a little bit when I speak. So I have to think a little bit when I speak with a different accent, obviously. Well, you guys would be excited to know that the film that I'm acting in, um, I'm actually speaking Icelandic in the film. It's very well, actually, Icelandic accent is quite intense. Uh, Quite a lot of my friends speak like this. And when I go back to Iceland, I have to focus a little bit. When I go back to Iceland, then sometimes when I'm speaking to them, we get into the gear, then I start to say English slangs with an Icelandic accent, and it happens very naturally. I have been outside of Iceland now for quite some time, so it takes me a moment to get into it. I think I'm definitely mixing in some other like accents in there, but I just have to focus. Like I'm right now multitasking so hard. But yeah, I can get it. Like my dad has a pretty heavy accent, but the family has a stronger accent. Enzo. The pink is breaking free. Yeah, it is. It is breaking free. Enzo, when did you subscribe to my channel? How long ago was it? Hi, Lulu. Oh, nice. Yeah, because I was like, I think you're new, but it kind of feels very like you belong here. And yeah, it's like funny. Um, yeah, so well, I go live as often as I can. I went on a really crazy bender recently. I think it lasted for 8 hours. It was kind of wild. It was wilderness. Yeah, this whole live thing was um yeah, so I'll give like the story again, but it kind of happened on a whim for me last year because so much of my time is spent in solitude in the studio, and so much of my work I'm obviously alone painting. That's the nature of painting. You're usually alone. And I had a bit of a breakdown or meltdown last year, and I just felt, yeah, I started feeling the loneliness sort of kick in. Um, and like the routine just wasn't working for me anymore. So I suddenly, spontaneously, impulsively went live and realized I actually really enjoyed it because it does feel a bit like socializing. A lot actually. And you guys received me so well. I was like, this is actually really fun, and I can just keep doing what I do anyway, but share it with you. And so, months later, I'm still doing it, and I love it. It's a lot of fun. And I hope that, what I do rubs off on you guys. And that brings me a lot of joy too. One of the things I've been cultivating over the years is definitely creative juice and never left. I've kept it, and I know that that's something very treasurable, especially if you don't get to use it so much in your job during the day. So it's a nice corner. I think we've slowly been building a bit of a family, and I have really exciting goals for my channel and for the community, and just like really just getting my work out there to those that get it And I think it's over time, the goal is just to build it up so that so I don't ever have to be focusing on anything besides making the coolest things for you guys. That's the goal. I like to speak my goals, because I feel like it also, as long as there's no resistance, which I don't feel resistance about it because all of this has been so fun. I feel like it just, we end up being able to create that into existence. And I feel like we definitely have been going in that direction. Thank you guys. You guys have been helping out so much. I'm so glad. I feel like, I just honestly think that we're in such an interesting time. Keyword interesting. We're being positive today. We're always positive, but you know, we're in interesting times right now. And I feel like this is such a bad lighting angle. Huh. I miss the cameraman from the DP from set. Well, it was so fancy, his gear. Yeah, that's literally what I do. That's literally what I do. That's like my last show. That was my speech. It's like I transmute darkness into light. That's basically what I do. Um, 'Cause yeah, I mean, y'all know. Well, actually, this is a good thing. Someone said it. It's like with great light comes great shadow, right? And like, if you think of like a lot of light being cast onto you, it means you leave a big shadow. So there's a big shadow as well. I was like, that makes a lot of sense. So you have to kind of work with the darkness. But yeah, that's what we do. And I also think right now, so many people are getting lost in the darkness. And if you've been there before and come out, then you're a bit allergic to it. It's like you're sensitive to it. You don't want to go back there, right? But how do you not go back there? Not by running away. I think I think it was Enzo today that said the phrase. It's like going in. The way to get out is by going in. That's what we do here. We confront. And that's what, I've done for many years now. And what really brought me to this art path. I'm just following my inner guidance, essentially. Yeah, random. You also have a calling to help others out. Yeah. Well, Enzo, I can help guide you through that for sure. The first year I went full time with art, I was crying all the time because there were so many things that came up, like everything I had been putting away over the years came up, and haunted me, and I literally would just sit in the studio and weep and feel everything that was coming to me. And I was terrified. I had so many doubts. I'm like, what the heck am I doing here? I'm just painting. Like, who do I think I am? And at that time, like I just knew I wanted to do this. It was like a calling, basically. I mean, it was a calling. I just know that sounds a bit woo-woo, but it felt like my calling, and I had been drawn towards it my whole life and escaping it, but I was finally doing it. But I had so many doubts, and I had neglected this part of me for so many years. I was terrified. I was so terrified. I was so terrified. Yeah, it was so scary. Hi, vlogs. What's up? Lol, exactly what had happened to me in a match. Wow, Skeletora. I love what you said. And Norma, Eckerbellas. I'm glad. I'm happy. Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy because I know you were having some, tough days. Lean into it. You deserve it. Like, lean into it. And when your thoughts start to drag you out of it, be like, nah, man, stop it. Or like acknowledge it and be like, okay, I realize you're trying to take care of me, but we good. We don't need taking care of now. Yeah, I also, it's funny because when I started going live, I was definitely in like, I feel like my extroversion, like needing people around, was screaming. Like, I missed my friends and all of that, and I felt like I had been a hermit for so many years, and I was like, oh my God, I just need people around me. I also lost a few friends, um, from, I guess, basically, it happens. Doesn't happen often. I think that's like yeah, it's really been a hot second since I've lost friends. Like, it was kind of intense and sad, but and yeah, I was like craving social interaction, so I went live. And now I am back in my hermit mode, actually. Like, I'm kind of loving being by myself and painting, but I love that I have this new routine. So it's just navigating, continuing these lives with you guys, and then, building my own community here, but finding that balance of like social versus private, and it oscillates. And I guess that's just part of life. What I love is like, I love that by sharing what I do, I'm genuinely attracting you guys who get it, who like what I do. And those who are not, not for us, they just fall off. That's kind of cool. So that's the pro of putting yourself out there. It's like, well, it gives like opportunity for the right people to come in and discover you. And then, you sort of discover each other, and it's like a bubble we're creating. We're creating magic here. Yeah, exactly, Enzo. It's been a second since Skeletora's here. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. Man, I just realized I'm not gonna be in China very much. Like I'm also gonna be back and forth to I need to go to Tokyo again. So I still feel kind of like my environment is a bit unstable. I'm just gonna enjoy my time in the studio while it's here. While I'm here. But you know, the good thing about Tokyo is the internet's better. I need to go get my computer, damn. Damn, damn, damn. Congrats on the new job. What? There's so many shades. So many colors that we're reaching for. It's kind of dark. You're sick on a 6-month artistic sabbatical. Oh my gosh, that's exciting. Heck yeah. Are you gonna go to Bali? Hi, Shadow. Oh my gosh. The whole fam is here. Crazy. Craziness. Did you say that you've been to Bali before? I still haven't gone. I really want to go. Piece is looking so crazy. I love it. The endless amount of hours left, though. Damn. My headphones are still alive. I think that they would be dead by now. Cool. Kind of wanted to go to the mall at some point nearby for like a quick stroll. Lots of hours, Enzo. Lots. Because it's probably 2, 3 paintings underneath this painting as well. Yeah, I'm kind of in the middle of it. I mean, I have to go still back to, I'm always traveling though, but I have to go to Japan to finish off 2 more scenes. I'm gonna be looking like a Viking. That's gonna be really fun. Woo! Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, yeah, it's been a lot going on. It is very true. Very, very true indeed. Great way to start the year. Yeah, I plan on spending a lot of time on this piece. It's gonna look bomb. Exactly, Enzo. I'm gonna let it keep growing until I look at it and I'm freaked out. Like that's my plan. Like freak me out, girl. Freak me out. And yes, I decided that she's a woman because all my paintings are female. Hmm. Getting lost in the flow, guys. Getting lost in the flow. Coolio. All right. Yeah, I feel like, guys, let me see. Where? Okay. Guys, I'm gonna quickly say hi to everyone again. So I think I zoned off for a little bit. But I'm happy, Shadow. Heck yeah. Well, we've been on here for how long? 2 hours and 20 minutes. I think I'm gonna leave you guys now, and I may or may not come back later, but I'm gonna go for a quick walk to take care of myself. And I don't really feel like it, to be honest. Like, I kind of want to keep going, but I also know, I need to move. I need to, um, exercise a little bit. So I'm gonna go for a walk, and then I will be back tomorrow for sure, I think. 95% sure. And yeah, I'm gonna be painting well into the night later, but probably not live streaming. Me too. It's gonna be crazy. I was going to be blonde for that part, but it's proving to be too difficult to do well. So I think I'm gonna have crazy just my own hair. My hair is so long now, so there's so much we can do. Thank you. Ben Enzo. Oh my gosh, I just almost called you Benzo. Enzo. Welcome to the family. You seem like you fit right in. And I hope you could become a regular because these conversations were really nice today. I feel like, yeah, it's definitely a good vibe here. Forever Green Michael, what's up? The eyeball emoji definitely is suitable. All right. All right, everyone. Those of you that need to go sleep, maybe it's a good time if you haven't passed out already. Um, hey Jess. And yeah, then we're so close to 70 likes. Nah, I'm not gonna do the thing where I wait until I get 70 likes because we're right in the middle. Hi, Ken. Yeah, no, I'm gonna leave. I was no, but like, should I wait until we get to 70 likes? My OCD is kicking in. Nah, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave. This was super fun. This is a good ending, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ciao. I'll try to do this around the same time. Bye.